Hello, guys, and welcome to the first ever Rebel FC podcast.
Big.
This is huge,
Massive.
guys. If you're listening to this and you love it, in fact, even if you don't love it, make sure you leave 5 stars on that review. We are going to pick one person at random, and you can win a signed Rebel FC shirt. Now, that's pretty sick, right?
That is pretty awesome. And even Rambo's signature is going to be on there, and that is a rare.
Do not give it away.
Rare.
Do not give it
Can't
away.
even buy a shirt.
You can't.
Yeah,
You
that's
can't.
actually a fair point.
Yeah.
Well, not yet. Who knows what's happening in the future? Say no more.
Anyway.
Spoiler.
My name's Rory Harper. I'm hosting today.
My name is Callum, also known on the interwebs as Calfreezy.
I am Jesse.
Oh, is that all?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm Jesse.
I'm Rambo. Probably the best known brown man on the internet. Who probably shouldn't be best known. After Mo Salah.
I like that. So is that like your normal intro?
I just made it up on the spot actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
it sounds
tell.
like it. Yeah.
Beat to it.
Right, guys, let's get this started. Right, just to give you guys context, if you are joining us for the first time ever, and you haven't been paying attention to YouTube, and the best football team on there, we all play for Rebel FC, who are, like I just said, the best footballing team on YouTube. Is that right?
By far.
By far.
Especially when Rambo's not playing. We're even better.
We are stronger.
We're stronger without Rambo. So there you go.
From what I know, it's 60% win rate without, 78% with. So
So
wow,
it's
really?
true.
I worked it out last night.
Wait, did you
You actually worked out. Did you?
No. Yes.
You definitely
Yeah,
did.
definitely did. He definitely did. Yeah, so without further ado, we'll get on to the first subject.
Mm-hmm.
So, how did you all find the mighty Rebel FC?
Yeah, Jesse, how did you find it?
Through Saul, our coach, actually.
Gaffer.
I just got back from America coaching. This was in November, I think. And he just dropped me a message because I did some coaching for him before. And he was like, "Oh, actually, I've got this. I'm coaching with this team." And to be honest, I didn't really know YouTube football was a thing.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Oh, I've got this team that I coach with. Do you want to come down and play?" Because I think you were away at the time, Rory, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the reason. I remember messaging Saul just like, we have no strikers. Literally none at all. Rory was our only one, so we were like, okay, we should always have a backup.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and then he was just like, I think it was on it was either on a Friday or a Saturday, and the game was on a Sunday. I think it's the only Sunday game we've had since I've ever. All right, so yeah, since I've been here at least, but yeah, and came down and it was against Arsenal Fan TV.
what was the score in that game?
5-0.
Oh,
5-0?
Did you
No,
score
it wasn't. It was like
Hat
6.
trick.
Nah, mate, it was like 6 something. 6.
Was it?
They didn't score.
Was it
They
6-1?
didn't score. Was it 6?
6-0.
6.
6. No, Jesus.
How
How many goals did you get in that one?
3.
Beast.
Not a bad way to start.
A lot of tap-ins, all 3 actually. But
That's what strikers get paid for.
Take them. But yeah, and that was how I found Rebel.
Nice one.
Amazing. Cal, how about you? How did you find Rebel?
I started it actually.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. Not a lot of people
Bleep.
know this actually. I started
Yeah?
Rebel FC. Yeah, it was.
You want to say you started Rebel FC again?
So I started Rebel FC about a year ago now. Actually, we just had our birthday, not too long ago.
Yeah.
We didn't really celebrate it though, so that's yeah.
Hence the cake.
Yeah, actually, we do have a bit of Victoria sponge cake in front of us, so we'll
to eat in one.
yeah
a
we'll
second.
we'll challenge you in a few minutes to see how you get on with that. But yeah, no. So I started it. I saw that YouTube football. Everyone was wanting it. They loved it. I wanted to play more football. That was the main reason. Wanted to play more football with friends, and so I decided, why not start this up, get a few YouTubers involved there, and it was sort of like, let me ask the YouTubers to play, and if they have any friends, invite your friends along, and we'll play, and that's sort of how it went. One of my friends asked you to come along as well,
Yes.
which was pretty good. So yeah, and then Rambo as well. He was helping me actually pick out a few players, and then he was also like, I play right back too, and I was like, sweet, we don't have a right back. Rebel meet Rambo, Rambo meet Rebel. So that was how Rebel was created.
So it basically started because you had no mates.
Yeah.
And you wanted to play football.
And now I have mates,
And now you have.
or at least I think I have
No?
mates. Anyways,
I'm your friend.
You have
WhatsApp
WhatsApp.
friend.
You have
Okay,
WhatsApp
cool.
friends.
WhatsApp friends.
We'll
Same
take
thing
that,
as friends
yeah.
these days, right? So
So how did you and Rambo first meet? How did it happen?
we must have met somewhere before, right?
I reckon we crossed paths. You didn't pay no attention to me then.
Yeah.
I forced my attention into you, and then
That's how most.
That's
That's how he does it.
That sounds a bit rapey.
Listen, it worked, and I'll take it.
I took his attention.
Yeah,
I took it like a man.
Yeah.
But yeah, what about you, Rory? Well, I sort of.
Yeah, you kind of
sort of
intro
gave
that.
away
So
both.
yeah, Alex Carapiet, used to work at Dream Team. He said, "You interested?" And I was like, "Hell yeah!" Same reason as you, really. I wanted to play more football, and I thought the whole YouTube football scene was quite interesting. Dream Team actually played hashtag.
How did you get on with that?
First ever game. There was 2 games. There's the first one we lost 3-2.
Yep.
The second game we lost 6-0. I think.
Okay.
Tired legs. Lads weren't ready for it. First game was fine. And James Robinson actually played in that game. First time I ever seen him. I actually picked the team and I put James on the bench because I'd never seen him play football before.
Oof, big mistake.
Then he came on. James Robinson is the Irish Perlo that plays for Rebel FC, for context there. And he turned up and was really good. So, and then he ended up joining Rebel also through Alex Carapiet.
You play hashtag in the same day. You played 2 games in the same day.
Oh,
so
Wait,
2 90-minute games?
No, it's 260, I think.
Still though.
I think it was 260.
Oh,
And
so
one video
tired
went on
legs,
their channel, one video went on our channel.
Okay.
We actually had Cherno Samba play for us. Do you remember him? Any of you
the
remember
name
him?
rings a bell.
So, yeah, if you're a little bit older in here and played Football Manager, a Championship Manager, then you would know who Cherno Samba is.
Was he like sort of like a hidden gem, or what was the plan there?
He was so on the game. If
Yeah.
you signed Cherno Samba, he would go on to do amazing things. He scored loads of goals. He was like from Millwall youth, was he? You'd sign him from Millwall on a free, but everyone in the game wanted him. It was just like a glitch basically. So he kind of got cult status from that. So we thought it'd be really cool to get Cherno Samba in the team. But
And what was he like in the team?
He's a funny guy, but he was shit. he was terrible. Like he had not kicked the ball for years. That's what it felt like anyway. But he scored 1, I scored 1, and yeah, that was it. We don't really talk about the second game that much, but
We'll just pretend the first game happened.
yeah. So there's one game versus hashtag,
And you lost 3-2, which is not bad, for
Yeah.
a team just stuck together, right?
and I kind of knew that though the hashtag lot, they all kind of knew each other and they played with each other like quite a bit. So yeah, we didn't do too bad considering we got a bunch of guys together to play.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
So first impressions when you came to Rebel, Rambo, what were you thinking?
I didn't think I was going to take it with character. I'm not going to lie. I came to. I've played for so many teams. I've played for so many teams and been the captain and been the main guy.
Yeah.
Now when I came to Rebel, I was like, it's going to be the same. I was like, judging by Cal's level of football, I was like, I mean, I could boss this team. I rock up first training session at West Ham or wherever it was. Remember it was miles out.
Oh yeah, it was far.
Yeah.
Far.
And then I just looked around. I was like, oh no. I was like, life just took a turn. I was like, time to build a new character. And then,
Do you know what though? You like, so now you're sort of like the butt of a lot of jokes. But to begin with, you were actually not that person. It was Mike Fox who we used to have playing for the team.
Yeah.
He's now left. He's doing whatever he's doing in Thailand.
I didn't know he was back in Thailand.
No, mate. He's stuck there supposedly.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I
That
heard.
is so Mike Fox, isn't it?
Yeah, there was some story about him. Like he's found a dog out there, and the dog needs like injections, and it can't go to a new owner until it's had that, and he can't fly it back because it's too expensive. But he's also out there, and he's broke, so he's got no money. So but he doesn't want to leave the dog on the streets because he's got really attached to this dog. And so he's somehow just like bustling his way through this sort of broke lifestyle in Thailand. But to be fair, like if there's anywhere to be broke, Thailand's actually not the worst place because everything's relatively cheap out there.
Yeah.
So while you might be broke in the UK, you're probably okay out there just about. So.
He needs a GoFundMe page, doesn't he?
Well,
Mike Fox.
I am not
Needs to launch
donating
one.
anything to there because I know exactly. You're just gonna
More dogs.
more
Just
dogs.
buy more dogs. Wouldn't he?
More dogs.
What an absolute legend.
Yeah.
What about you, Jesse? Because you came in a bit later,
Yes.
didn't you? So a few months after Rebel started.
Yeah, so I think, like I said, that Arsenal Fan TV was my first game. And then I don't think we had training for a couple of weeks. I can't remember exactly, but I think it might have even been the next time I was there was another game. But I'm not sure. But I was surprised. The only person I knew was Will.
Yeah.
Will Bonsu. And I went to school with him, so obviously I knew his level, and I obviously as soon as I found out he was playing as well, like I texted him and was like, "What's it like?" and stuff, and he kind of gave me the lowdown and said there are some good players and stuff, and then I was pleasantly surprised because I just thought, a YouTube team this is gonna be like
A runabout.
yeah, people like not taking it seriously first of all. people not caring, people just for show. But like I said.
What did you think about the personalities on the team though? Instead of like the playing style.
Yeah. Well, again, like on match day, you don't really see it as much, but of course, like straight away, there always are. But they're like obviously some big personalities, and it was again that kind of weird concept where there's cameras and you have to perform for the cameras, not in a sense of a football perform. You have to act and be this person and kind of show some character. So that was exactly. Yeah. So that was a bit strange. I'd never seen that kind of side, but. Yeah, it was cool and interesting in a completely different way.
Is there anyone you didn't like when you first came?
No.
We need to do a lie detector test. I'll get the real answer after.
No, there wasn't, honestly. And straight away, like, everyone was really welcoming from the off, and there was no... It was
helps
all
when you
good.
score a hat trick in your first game.
It does help.
Yeah. It does help.
Yeah. It helps to be a good footballer. I know how you feel, bro.
Absolutely relegated me to the bench. Cheers, Jesse. Prick.
And Saul refuses to play 4-4-2.
Yeah, he's not playing top.
To be fair, I've seen a lot of comments, people saying 4-4-2 with me and Rory up top.
I mean, I think we should try it for one game, like against a team that we might, know is not going to be like a great side.
Just to test it out.
But to be fair, most of the teams that we go up against, we actually have no idea what they're going to be like.
I don't think we've had like a surprise game where the other team's been poor. Like if the other team's poor, we already know they're going to be poor.
Do you know what? Actually, a weird one was sort of. I know that staff teams have that sort of like thing that they're going to be quite bad, but I honestly thought the Man City one, because I'd watched the game against #. So if you look at their previous games, you sort of think like, all right. Supposedly they'd be missing a few of their usual stars, but then you have Les Scott, and I was like, Les Scott should hold it down, but obviously he doesn't really care because he's just there to have a laugh, really, isn't he?
Yeah.
So it was a bit of a shame that went that way, but I mean, it's better being on that side of the result than the other side, I suppose.
What about you, Cal? So what were you thinking when you first put this team together? You put on that first training session. Were you worried about anyone? Or?
No, I loved the first training session actually, because everyone seemed to get along really well and really quickly. Everyone was like chatting to each other, and it was definitely a case of people coming from all different parts. Like, if you knew someone, chances are you probably knew one or two others there, no more than that. But by the end of the training session, everyone was sort of chatting to each other. I had Rayan was probably the quietest there on the first day, because I remember he actually emailed in and sort of like applied, if you will.
Cool.
And so he came from a bit more of like a fan perspective, I suppose. And so he came there and he brought his friend, and you might have seen he brings is it his cousin? I think it's his cousin. Yeah. He brings him along.
Super fan.
The Ultra.
The Rebel Ultra.
The original
Ultra. Is that his cousin?
Yeah, that's his cousin. Cool. Yeah, he's quite a tall lad. And so he brought him along the first time. And that was really interesting. You could tell he's a little bit nervous, but now like I still don't think he's fully like the Rayan that we can soon expect, because like sometimes he's just hilarious.
He cracks me up.
Yeah, he's so funny, man. So funny.
Oh. Dopey funny.
Really dopey.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's great.
I enjoy What would you say about standards that you've played before, and then to what the team you're in now? What's your background in football?
Yeah,
basically?
so I mean, for me, it was all just playing through school. So I played it all the way through school.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird. The school that I played at up in Scotland, it wasn't school. They always took rugby first. Rugby was the main sport that they cared about. So there was like 4 rugby teams. The first, second, third, fourth.
Did
all
you
that
play?
sort of stuff. I played rugby until everyone decided to grow and get big.
Yeah.
And I didn't actually get tall until my last year of school. And I was always one of the shortest in my year as well. So once that happened, honestly, I was the shortest. And then over the space of a summer, just like that, it was pretty weird and bizarre. But so I always played football,
like Messi
as well.
Yeah.
Except he's just waiting for that.
He's
just waiting for that moment. It'll happen, man. That's exactly what my mum said. Don't worry, it'll happen one day. Messi, mate, it'll happen one day.
Full of steroids.
Same with you, Jesse.
Yeah, I'm still waiting.
Same with you.
Look. What about you, Rambo?
To be
what
fair,
standards have you played at?
To be fair, Cal's going to say you don't believe it, but I used to play like for Sheffield United when I was like 17.
I'll say it, I don't believe you.
I knew that was coming. But yeah, no, then just stuff happened. I didn't really enjoy it, to be honest, just because like you have to put a lot of commitment into it, and also like it's weird like when you go into the canteen and you're eating jacket potatoes every single day. So like I didn't really like the vibe.
What did you put on your jacket potatoes?
Beans. Every
Just
time,
beans?
yeah.
Cheese? You getting cheese on top
You must
of that?
have cheese.
Yeah,
Beans.
beans.
Yeah,
I don't really like beans,
Tuna?
cheese, and
coleslaw.
tuna and beans. Sometimes is a good combo. I back that.
I
But
can't knock that.
yeah, and then when I came to Rebel, I was the same as Jesse. I thought it was just going to be like a muck around. And to be fair, the only thing I praise Cal for in his entire life is the fact that he put like this whole team together and everyone actually gelled. Like, it could have just been it could have been a mismatch. Like, obviously, you and I from kind of similar backgrounds, but us two and Jesse are really not. So we could have collided and egos and stuff like that. I don't think we've actually had that once.
That was always one thing I was really nervous about, was people just like not getting along. But so far, everyone seems to get along well.
Is that luck, or is that you think who you've chosen?
No, well, I mean, you got to choose the right people. Yeah. Like, you know, there's times where like I'll invite someone down to a training session, and you get like the sort of vibe to them. They talk this way, they act this way, depending on how they are in training, things like that. I mean, that's why occasionally you see a random person come along to training, not necessarily to mean that if they perform well they're in the team, but if we're low on numbers, I'll just ask people to come down, and look, if they're really good, then maybe they come down to the next one. We'll see from there. So. It's one of those things.
What about you, Jesse? What's your background in football?
So played Sunday. I was actually I got to Spurs, but I got there really late. Like, I only got scouted when I was 13 by Saul, our coach.
When you say that, what did he?
He was so I joined this Sunday team, who was just my mate's team. All like.
When you're 13.
Yeah. I joined when I was 11. First team I ever joined. Didn't play before.
What's the name of the team?
Alexandria Palace FC. Shout out.
Cool name, actually.
The boys.
Yeah. We so I didn't get in my school team as a primary school kid. So year 5 and 6. Year 6 a little bit, but not really. Then year 7 started playing school football and joined this team, which all my mates played for. And Saul then started coaching that team, but he was at Spurs as a scout and I think maybe a coach at the time. And I never thought about getting scouted, never wanted to. It was just I just enjoyed playing. Got a trial, got signed, stayed there for 6 years in the end. Got released as a 18, 19-year-old. Kind of tried 25.
Okay.
Tried like the
Still
kind
a
of
virgin.
Yes. Tried the like non-league circuit a little bit, played for Bishop Stortford, but like hated the experience I had, mainly down to the manager I had. But that's the way it goes. And went to university and now I'm here.
What was the experience that you didn't like though?
It was just, I came straight from Spurs, so like everything handed on a plate for you. You don't have to do anything. Like, it's easier in this bubble, and then it's non-league, training twice a week, traveling. We were in the Conference North and in Stortford,
quite
so it's
south
like,
as well.
Yeah, it was horrible. We were the most southern team by far.
Yeah.
And just like traveling everywhere and just hated it.
Had you not kicked the ball until you were 11 years old?
I played.
Okay,
like on the street and stuff, but never for a team.
I thought you just like hopped in and you just sick at 11 years
baller.
old.
Yeah,
baller
so it was
at
weird. It was really late, but yeah.
What position were you playing though when you got scouted?
Striker, but then played on the wing and fullback.
For Spurs?
Yeah.
Fullback.
I'm buzzing you don't play fullback now, bro.
Yeah, no,
Stay in your lane.
Yeah.
So how does Spurs compare to Rebel?
Yeah.
So similar.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I thought that.
Yeah.
From the outside perspective.
Well, I thought that from my Spurs Academy days as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. From Tottenham, who's your favourite player to play with?
Favourite?
Yeah.
I think I know the answer to this, actually.
I don't think you do.
Okay, I feel like I've asked you this question before, but go ahead anyways.
Okay. Ryan Mason.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Cool.
Really?
Yeah, I asked you that question. Damn, I think.
He's my favourite to play with. But yeah, he was just incredible. Like, and he was older, so like got to look up to him, and I mean, real shame what's happened with him at the moment. But
Ross, I remember you saying like a while ago, you played for someone in Norwich, right? Norwich, is that right?
Norfolk.
Yeah, like that.
Teams are on there.
Yeah. Who'd you play for?
So I played for a hometown team, Kings Lynn.
That's what.
Kings Lynn Town, played for them.
Kingsland.
You know them?
Yeah.
You might have. They did alright. They went to Conference
we didn't
North.
play with them, but yeah, know of them.
Sat on the bench. Never played Conference North football. Sat on the bench. Then there was Fakenham Town. Played for. Luther Blissett played for them. If any of you know him, played for. Someone might know on the interwebs. And Swaffham Town, which is made famous by Alan Partridge.
Lovely.
So other than that, yeah, that's what I did. Semi-pro, played quite a bit.
You ever played? What about as like a young, like 18-year-old? Did you ever play like academy or?
No. I only had trials with teams, and they all said the same thing: too slow. Technically good, but just not quick enough.
Yeah.
Because I think the whole English football just went through a period where it's like you have to be big, you have to be quick as a front man, and I never was. I was more like
That's surprising, yeah, because like you say, as a big man, like that was the first thing as soon as I saw you play, I was like, oh, he's a big man technical. He must have been like as a young player somewhere, but
no,
so
not at all. Many nights crying into a pillow because I wasn't good enough. What is the biggest surprise that you've seen in YouTube football?
Ooh.
In fact, I'll take it back because I've worded that very badly.
You have actually. Reload it.
Reload. What's your biggest surprise about YouTube football?
Yeah.
Probably the lack of rivalry, actually. I feel like there should be more rivalry.
I think it's still too new though.
Yeah,
it's too new.
True.
Like rivalries come from like,
Genuine,
a little while. Like I'm not gonna lie, that they're okay. So to anyone just listening right now, Rory has tried to stuff an entire slice of Victoria sponge that we bought earlier, and it looks like he's not gonna be talking for maybe the next minute or two. But the reason why the rivalries is literally just it just takes time. Like you look at the biggest rivalries in the world, like they've been going on for so long now, true. And like, I'm not gonna lie, I reckon Rebel versus SE Dons, that's probably a rivalry, but not in like it's weird because it's not like we dislike each other. Like obviously both teams respect each other, but it's the ones that the fans really enjoy. Yeah. So I don't know whether I'd call it a rivalry. It's a bit weird. Whereas I see like Palmer's and hashtag, that's a rivalry right there. And they just need to play again, don't they? But whether that's going to happen, I don't know.
What was the score?
2-1 to hashtag.
Only a goal in it, wasn't it?
Yeah, 2-1 to hashtag, I believe, in the first game, which obviously ideal if you're doing a rivalry, you know what I mean? Yeah. But then we also, what was our SC Don score again?
3-2.
3-2.
3-2, so then, these are close games as well. So it would have been, I don't know, I mean, those two I'd probably say are the biggest rivalries, but like I said, it's weird, it's not so much a rivalry yet, but it's just an anticipated game, I suppose.
Yeah, I think you're right. You have to be established, right?
Yeah.
To be, like, there are so many rivalries in football because teams have been around forever and they could have played like years and years ago. But like you say, because it's so new.
I just thought because there's so many YouTubers, so many people from different backgrounds. Like I feel like there's a stronger chance you'd clash. Because whereas if you think about footballers, like all of United's rosters are footballers, like they're not known to come out and like pick on people or whatever. I feel like with YouTubers, there's more chance of people disliking each other.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, so how many YouTube teams have played other YouTube teams?
Yeah, true.
You look like, what? Maybe you say the first big one was hashtag versus Palmers, and that instantly turns into a rivalry. The SC Dons versus Rebel one, while it's not necessarily a rivalry, it also did turn into a big sort of, spectacle, a big event. And those are probably the two main ones that have been played. While we've played other ones, there's been no other team of that sort of level that we played against. So I think it just comes with more teams going head to head, and people just be like, "Oh, I hated that playing that team. They're scumbags, blah 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 blah." All that sort of chatter. And then when that leaks onto social media, that's when the hype.
Does it have to be a rivalry? Do you have to dislike the other team for it to be
a
rivalry?
In order for it to be like a rivalry,
you think?
Yeah, I think.
I'm saying like rivalry from the perspective of just like the SE Dons, like two teams that are like pretty well matched. But obviously, disliking for me is like the main symbol of like a rivalry. Like Patrick Vieira and Roy Keane don't like each other, or they didn't on the pitch. So Liverpool United don't like each other. So I don't know.
But do you think that's just born out of people wanting to see people play other people, right?
No, I think it's more personal than that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's what the other people want so much. I think it's more just what happens on the pitch.
Yeah.
So if someone really winds you up, someone like you feel like you've been robbed in a certain game. It's like, I hate those guys. I want to get them back. You know what I mean? There's a sort of chip on your shoulder, isn't there?
So it's not pre-game. It's all after game, is what you're saying.
No, it can be pre-game because now social media is here. It can be pre-game. Mm-hmm. So if they're getting really just saying like really outrageous stuff on social media, then you're just like during the game. And as long as the fans sort of buy into that, then you have the rivalry. Because at the end of the day, while you can have those sort of personal rivalries, it's sort of extended and made such a bigger deal if fans are invested. Because then you almost have to prove something not to yourself but to other people as well, which sort of heightens the rivalry.
So what game do the fans want now?
I think they want us versus hashtag. That's the game that
Rebel.
That's what everyone. Well, that's what all of Rebel wants. I don't know about the other guys.
The whole squad, I'd say, want that game.
Yeah.
I think on our side, say, right?
Yeah. I know a couple of the hashtag lads as well, and they want the game as well. Yeah. So
in my opinion, that's like the United Liverpool game in my mind. So
yeah, it's a big game.
Yeah, I want that game.
We just have to wait and see.
So, what is your most favourite Rebel moment?
Well, on the pitch or just anything in general?
Anything in general, I reckon. can be included.
See,
on the pitch,
I really like just the traveling with everyone because it just makes it feel like it's a group of boys having an awesome time going about the place, enjoying themselves, and it's more than just the football. Because both times we've travelled, we haven't exactly had great opponents to go up against. Obviously, the Man City game wasn't ideal. The Ajax game went the way it went. So it's like, I'd love to go and travel and come up against some serious opposition. That'd be really good.
Okay.
So
Spoiler alert.
yeah, it is what it is. What we got? Yeah.
Jesse, favourite Rebel moment.
I'd say the whole Under Armour thing was pretty exciting.
Which bit?
Just the whole thing as a whole. Like I guess the what it all came down to was like the actual release. But like everything around it, like the photo shoot, the new kits, everything around it is just. I think it's been exciting, and I think the best thing from a player's point of view, and this is obviously going to differ to you with being like the kind of head of it all, but I feel like we've all been involved in it. It's not just been like, okay, here's the kit and you go and do that. Like I feel like we've all been involved to a certain extent, which is nice.
Cool. Rambo?
Probably getting bollocked by Rio Ferdinand in the first game. It was a weird game, man.
What did he say again?
Like, basically, all I remember him saying is like, Rambo, do something. And like constantly saying it to me. And it was the weirdest thing. Like, I don't ever get spooked in terms of a game situation. But maybe because of how bad they were, I was literally doing nothing. When I watched the highlights back, like this guy went 1v1 in like a take on, and he lost the ball by himself because of how poor he was. And Rio was like, tackle him. I was like, I can't really, like, he's shit. So what am I supposed to do? So that was weird. But obviously the Under Armour thing was dope as well. But yeah, getting bolted by Rio was pretty
awesome.
Yeah, pretty horse felt good.
Felt good, yeah.
Mine was the Amsterdam trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sick.
Buzz off it. Unbelievable.
That was sick.
So much fun.
Yeah, so much fun.
It's kind of funny how when we were organising that, we were like, yeah, we'll go out there and play a couple games. And then we found out that we're only playing one game. But they were like, they'll do it on the Friday. So we'll get in, do the tour, go home, sleep, blah, 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 wake up, have a game. And then the next thing we know, we'll find out it's on a Thursday. So we're like, right, we booked this all the way to leave on the Sunday. So now everything gets done on the Thursday. Then we got a little bit of filming on the Friday. And then, to be honest, from there, it was just a riot, really. It was just it was a classic case of like, there's like 20 lads on tour, football team on tour. Yeah. And it was so much fun.
Can't talk about anything that happened, though, unfortunately. Apart from meeting Justin Clivert and Siem de Jong.
That was pretty awesome.
Which was
Well, you did a video with them.
Yeah, that was sick. They were on it too. They got real like competitive during it, which was cool.
Right, it was crazy because you only got given like 20 minutes.
Yeah, we banged it out. Yeah,
that's sick.
They were good, and they were keen as soon as they got in, they were like on filming. Yeah, what do you think, Rambo?
I felt like Ajax as a whole, the club as a whole, and Amsterdam as well, but Ajax in particular everyone was proper cool. There's just like players walking around saying hi to you. Like, I just don't think that would happen in England. And they're all just like safe. And the canteen had halal meat, which was gold. I was living for that.
That was funny.
It was a sick place, like the people and just in the club.
I couldn't believe how many pitches there were in Amsterdam in general. Just for football pitches. Every time you're just driving by, there's a football pitch. Every 5 minutes, football pitch.
Cool place.
It was awesome. No wonder they all love it over there.
Mm-hmm. No fences, like you can just play. It looks like, I don't know whether there's rules in place or not.
I don't know.
Here it's like 20-foot fence. You want to play, you got to
pay like 250 quid for the hour or whatever. Yeah, exactly. Where
can Rebel go? For you, Carol, like what's
to the moon?
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to hear.
No, where can it go? I don't. Yeah. It ought to be, like, as weird as it sounds, it's sort of where the fans want it to go. Like, what do they want to see? So when we're reading these comments and things, people like saying, "Oh, look, create a league," or "Go on tour," or there's loads of different things that we can do. So it's just about figuring out what's the best, not only for us, but for what other people want to see. Because right now we're at sort of that stage. It's like we're playing other teams. That's great and all, but it'd be nice to have a bit more of a purpose. Do we go over and do like an American Cup thing, like a tournament? Do we make a tournament in the UK? All these sort of things. And there's so many different options, and I think it's just a matter of us coming together and figuring out what that is. But because we have to remember we are still relatively new, although we've been doing it for a year. A lot of that, especially to begin with, a lot of that is just literally finding your footing, I think before we found that training ground, we went to like 3 or 4 different places. One which was, I don't know if you guys were definitely there. I don't think you were there, but we went to some place. Where was it? It was west. It was over by White City.
I remember that.
Mate,
place.
this place was literally, it was just like a field. It was muddy.
It was the athletics track, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was muddy. What a disaster! I couldn't believe
the weather was
that.
horrific that day as well.
Have we got any footage from that?
Yeah,
I think there's a video. Yeah, there was a video. That
Was
was
it?
that was like horrific, man. Like, wasn't it a rugby pitch as well?
No,
Or like,
just athletics field.
oh, was it?
Is that? Yeah, it was like there was like the
Shot
shot
put
put.
holes.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
that
just
sort of stuff.
Shocking,
man.
but
Sounds horrendous.
That was really early in the days as well. I think everyone was
Linford
looking.
Christie.
Oh,
yeah, it's called
yeah,
Linford.
that was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
name of
I
the
thought you were just
Yeah,
shouting random flex, but I was going to
Yeah,
shout
no,
Paul
no,
Radcliffe.
No.
Yeah, no, that was that was like maybe like 3rd or 4th session, and I remember like everyone just looking at each other, being like, "Is this what it's going to be like?" Like,
Yeah.
it was like, "Oh, this is one of those teams. They ain't even serious."
What, it was
But,
grass
yeah.
as well, yeah?
Yeah,
Mate, it
was
was
grass.
it was like
Battered.
overgrown
Yeah.
grass
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well. And I was, because it originally there's actually those pitches just over there, and they were like sort of 3G, like pretty crap 3G, and that was what we were supposed to play on. But we got there, and it was, mate, no, you couldn't even stand without slipping over. So we're like, right, well, where can we do this? And we've already got a bunch of people that have turned up, right, onto the pitch then. And it was dreadful, wasn't it?
If you
So
could sign
bad.
one player for Rebel
Uh-huh.
in the world of celeb stardom, who would it be?
Oh, I know mine.
Go on then.
Mo Salah.
Oh,
He plays right wing. I play right back. I genuinely think
You'd
it'd be
have a field
magic,
day.
man. It would be magic. I'd make them decoy overlap runs with no passes coming to me all day.
Right, I'm going to put in the rule: can't be a footballer.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Someone else is Muslim. Let me think.
I don't know who would I go for.
Anthony Joshua's Muslim.
No, he's not.
He is, isn't he?
No, he just went to mosque once.
Did he?
Yeah.
Does that not count?
Who would I go for? Anyone in? Do you know? I'd love to see The Rock at centre back.
Oh, imagine
Yeah,
that.
that'd be
Imagine
pretty
Reeve.
impressive.
Oh,
Imagine
Reeve.
Reeve. Just like, you wouldn't be able to concentrate. Just be looking at the Rock going, oh. I actually walked past the Rock the other day.
Oh yeah, he was doing his movie promotion down.
I'm just going to drop that name there.
Yeah.
But he is massive.
Yeah.
He is the biggest human being.
He's tall as well, isn't he?
Yeah, he's tall, he's wide, he's got the perfect skin, the teeth. He is Hollywood. He is
You got
unbelievable.
anything else you want to say?
Yeah. What happened there?
I love you, Rock. If you're listening, Under Armour brother. No, it is incredible. But Rock centre half would be insane. Wouldn't
Did you know that Sava actually was in the gym the other day, and The Rock turned up and just trained in his gym? Yeah.
No,
Was that
I thought that was banter.
No.
No, I thought it was banter.
100% for real. Yeah.
Was it Monster Gym?
Yeah.
Wait, the real? I named
No,
The Rock.
The Rock and Sava.
What?
Just a rock.
Yeah, I was like, just the Rock game training.
No, it was actually Rock.
That's insane.
Mate, yeah, and he went up and asked for a photo, but his bodyguard was there, and his bodyguard's like, "No, not while he's training." I think.
Oh, he takes his bodyguard to the gym.
Yeah,
doesn't
but you could just imagine idiots
Yeah.
running up on him, like,
True.
although he would just sort of lamp him. There's no point.
he? Yeah, like why would you
Yeah,
run up
yeah.
on the Rock? You don't want to take that chance.
No.
He'd take
yeah.
you down, wouldn't he?
Yeah. So Sava,
That's
yeah,
unbelievable.
he took it, and yeah, I could see from the pictures, guys, wham,
Where's this gym?
Monster Gym North.
It's in Cheshunt, kind of.
What's the Rock doing there?
It's
I
like
guess
it's
it's
a
not too far
really
from the
well
studio,
known
right?
like bodybuilding gym.
Yeah.
So
That's where
Fair
Sava goes.
You go there quite a bit, don't you, Jesse?
Sava, beefcake.
I just seen it.
Who do you think's the biggest beefcake on the team? Sava or Reeve?
Reeve.
Oh.
Reeve's ginormous. I saw him today.
Yeah, he
Oh,
is
yeah?
a big.
He is ginormous.
His muscles are ginormous.
So you
Yes.
filmed with him today, didn't you?
Yeah, but he is big. Sava. It also helps. Reeve's a bit taller, I think.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah, of
helps,
course,
and
that
he's
helps
like,
him.
it's kind of like the Rock, right? He's
Well, you
tall,
went to
so-
the gym with both of them, didn't you, Rory and Dan?
Yeah.
So you've got the
you-
bit. I guess you've got the inside info.
scoop.
I reckon
to
they're
be
quite
fair, it's-
closely matched, weren't
Yeah,
they?
they weren't far off. I think Reeve's probably just got it, but he's got a few more
Close.
years on Sava,
Yeah.
so
I'd like to
So
say
I
I
know
was
Sava
also at the
loves
gym
it.
session.
those
Thank you.
boys actually proper inspire me. They are
Yeah.
incredible.
I got one. Going back to your question, although I guess he's kind of a footballer now, right? Usain Bolt.
Oh,
Yeah,
really? Didn't he
that's
get
interesting.
Yeah,
signed to,
Dortmund.
did he get signed to Dortmund?
Yeah.
I thought he just went for the trials.
He
You
signed.
don't go on trial, do you? He's Puma and they're Puma.
I don't know.
He's not signed.
It could be
though,
like a
is he?
promo
Isn't
thing.
it?
There would have been
Okay.
more
Okay.
big of a deal if he was
All
signed.
right, well then he definitely trained with him.
Yeah.
But either
so
way,
you
I think
like
he
him.
would be. I mean, yeah, you just.
I've seen his touch though. It reminds me of mine. Dreadful.
But he's
Big
rapid
guys,
though.
big
It doesn't
guys.
even matter. Like, he touch it 10 yards in front, he's gonna get there.
No, I know, but still, man, I don't know. I don't think pacing like what because once you're that, the pitch only
Okay,
goes.
but
on
now
for
you're
so
talking
long.
about technical. You were talking about the Rock. Like you think he's
Yeah,
got a good
yeah.
touch.
No, the Rock's
From not being funny, he's not.
You
Running.
don't, man. He's a centre back. Just body people.
Well, yeah, but you're
Tough.
saying.
but in
then
so-
You go against Rock. Who's winning that?
me.
Speed.
100%.
In
I
Saul,
take Jesse.
in
yeah.
Saul's system, you got to be able to play out the back. Rock ain't doing nothing. You can't just chip it up to him every time
Yeah,
for him to flick it on.
maybe we don't play Soul System when the Rock.
We play the Rock system.
Yeah, we'll play
Yeah,
Rock.
exactly. The
He
Rock,
calls the
the Rock,
shots.
yeah, exactly.
Who'd you sign?
I said the Rock.
Who would you sign? I mean, you've been...
DiCaprio
Where would you play him though?
up front.
You get free kicks all day.
Yeah.
Quality actor.
Just think outside the box.
Love that.
It'd be amazing, wouldn't he?
Talking about actors.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Talking
well,
about actors.
talking about actors.
Talking
We've got,
about-
Wait,
we've
I've
got one of the
hang on,
best.
wait.
I've got
We've
mine.
No, I said DiCaprio.
No, you
'cause
said yours.
He'll dive, win free kicks around the box. Be amazing. Dylan steps up, scores them. Easy. So talking of actors, actually,
We've got.
I actually need a
our
toilet,
very own
so...
actor.
you need to
Go.
just go there, mate. We need to discuss this.
Because this is outrageous. So what we were in Amsterdam, back to our dam trip, and we were filming our crossbar challenge video.
Yes, we were. Yep.
Trick shot.
Trick
time?
shot.
Something like this. Anyways, the plan was to rush Rambo. So everyone was like, rush Rambo, you know.
Yeah.
And so he goes to kick the ball, he kicks the ball, and everyone goes to rush, but then we see this water bottle come flying out and
Out of
whacks
nowhere.
whacks him in the head.
Maybe about 3 yards away from here,
Well,
probably about 120 miles an
Yeah,
hour.
yeah, exactly. And so we're just like, oh god, that sounded brutal.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
it? You see that, and everyone's like, so
And Saul got it on his
thing,
Insta story,
on
I
his
think.
Insta
So
story.
like you
It
could
was
see it looked
so quick. You
exactly,
see it
yeah.
hit your body.
And we were like, wow, we couldn't believe it. And then, so Rambo's there. He's like, he was down there for a good 3 minutes. Then he gets up, ice pack on the back of the head. He's laying down, face down into the ground with the ice pack on the
I
back of
remember
his
going over
head.
to him, going, "You're right, Rambo." He's going, "Oh." I was really worried.
And yeah, he milked it for a while. We were like, oh, but it is a head injury, so we'll allow that. Anyway, so here we are. We're filming the video. Editing the video, and Sam goes, "Oh no," like that. And me and Will, what? You all right, Sam? Walk over. He's like, "Yeah, come look at this." There he is, frame by frame. He runs us through this water bottle because obviously, little do you know, Rambo, we were filming a video, so we have footage.
The
He's going
important
through
part
frame.
here
Yeah, go
is
ahead.
that Rambo is holding an ice pack on the back
Clutching.
of his head. Here, this is the important detail.
Okay. And so we're going through the footage. This water bottle slowly comes flying into shot. We're like, oh god, this is gonna be brutal. Smack. Hits his shoulder. It never even hit your head, Rambo. How do you even explain that?
It's like a car. If it hits you in the leg, you're gonna feel your head when you fall over. So
No, there's
I'm
no
not
makes no
sure that
sense.
makes
way
any
I'm
sense.
taking that. You were already on the ground when this thing hit you.
it's the impact.
So
of the
pretty
fall.
much
And
Rambo
I
got
don't
exposed
think-
for milking a fake injury
I don't
and
think
being a
if
little
you get
girl.
hit by a car in your leg, your head's gonna hurt either.
I mean, the impact of you falling after probably will. So
You were on the floor already, right?
I was
He's
on the way
claiming the
down.
fall. He's claiming the fall.
I'm gonna claim the fall. I'm gonna say I got whiplash, and I'm gonna go with that one.
I think there needs
That
to
was
be a forfeit.
outrageous.
Whiplash.
Yeah, there should be
There
some
has to
sort
be
of
some sort of forfeit for this.
I reckon he has to
my
wear.
life,
do
my
you know
life
what?
is a forfeit at Rebel.
No. Do you know what he has to do? He has to wear the Peter Check headgear for the next 3 games.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
That
Yeah,
is
that's
a
a good
genius.
one.
That
That
is
is
a
a
genius
good one.
idea.
Did you
like
just come
that
up with
one?
that?
Yeah, on the spot right here. I reckon
That's-
that could be the one. Like that. Come
Yes,
on.
yes.
Come on.
yes.
Wait,
I
do I
like-
get a shout in it? No.
Nope.
Uh,
At
no,
least
no.
3 games.
No, it will be 3 games. No, and it's not the next 3 games. It's the 3 games that he plays in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Does that include training sessions before those games?
no,
or?
no. Training session. I don't care about security because that's not really on video that much.
Okay.
I just want 3 full matches. So 3 90 minutes, 180.
Yeah.
Oh well, no. Actually, my maths are wrong. There are 270 minutes. All
I
right.
don't
Is
know.
that something like that?
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. Okay. Nice one, boys. So yeah, Rambo will do that, and we'll buy it. We'll buy it for you. Don't worry.
Oh, I definitely wasn't gonna buy it.
If we can get customized, like,
Oh my God.
Nice colour with a bit of
pink,
What do you want,
wording.
pink?
Oh no.
With a bit of wording on it.
pink.
Pink.
Under Armour should be able to sort something, haven't they?
Under Armour definitely have one of
With
those.
a bit of wording.
Yes.
Why are you
Get
saying
on
that?
that blower, Will? What do you reckon to that, Rambo? Good forfeit?
I mean, I haven't really got a choice to be honest.
No,
No, definitely.
Oh
don't.
my god, this is gonna be so funny.
It's gonna be bants when I'm like trying to clamp people. And I've got a pink thing on my head.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look really tough.
It's
Cheers,
gonna look
boys.
Great.
Okay.
I don't think I deserve it, but you know.
I think
I think
people will decide.
Yeah.
I think the squad. If we put it onto a vote on the squad, I think people would say
Unanimous.
Yes. Yeah.
Apart bar one.
There wouldn't be no. Not even Ali, your best mate in the team.
I know. I couldn't believe it. Ali turned on me.
Yeah. Did you not see in the chat? He was literally just like,
I
"Wow."
can't help it.
Can we put that chat in the video for this? We can put
Really?
Yeah,
that.
we
We can
got
put
a couple of screenshots in there.
And that.
Cool.
It was and even Mabdul was so disappointed. The photographer, sorry, to those of you who don't know, Mabdul was the photographer, and he was the one that actually threw the bottle. So could you imagine the guilt he felt when Rambo was rolling around clutching the back of his head, to only then find out it never hit his head, and it was actually a pretty soft one on the shoulder.
I felt terrible.
It was.
Let you come round to the room, have a bath in the room.
Wow,
You bathed him.
you've got to. You bathed.
No, that was
Rory
that,
You gotta be having a laugh.
that wasn't a head injury. That was just me wanting a bath in your bathtub.
With
That's
Rory.
it.
I felt bad.
He
for you.
was
I
in
was
the room. I
like,
left the door open.
Rambo gets a hard time. Let him relax. I'll be a good guy.
Bollocks.
Can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done this.
Absolutely betrayed.
It was bad.
You made me
bad.
wash you. Oh, it was unbelievable.
Listen, my head was hurting. I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna roll with it. I'm gonna keep going with it.
You
I
might
think
as well
you should
do.
just
Why
be
don't you just
honest.
own up to it
Exactly.
and just be like, do you know what, lads? I milked it. I just felt as though my ego was on the line here, and I apologize. If you say that, I think someone will. I'll rate you. I'll still think you're a prick, but I'll still like.
Would
rate
you
you a little
reduce
bit.
the head?
No,
head-
it's still
oh,
3 matches. 3 matches minimum.
I'd never do that.
Minimum.
I'm a prick either way. I'll stick with being a top level prick.
Yeah, there you go. That's fair enough.
When did you become a prick? Do you know?
It was when Mike Fox left, actually.
Yeah.
But Mike wasn't a prick.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. No, he
Mike
wasn't a
Mike
prick.
was energy and busy, but I don't think he's a prick.
How would you describe me?
An asshole.
Prick.
Okay.
You just said it.
All right. Cool.
You said you pride yourself on being a prick. So.
No, I didn't say that. I said out of the two, being a top level prick is better than just being a 7 out of 10 prick. Would you rather be a 10 out of 10?
I
Or
suppose
No,
I mean, if
I
you're
totally agree. You always be
Yeah,
a 10
yeah,
out of 10
yeah. If
prick.
you're going to be a prick, you might as well be the best prick you can be.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And own it.
I know you take 7 6s out of 10s, but I'd like to take a 10.
Mate,
Ooh.
that's-
So.
Mate,
No,
I'll take
Rambo,
five.
I
I'll
don't
take
wanna
5s
hear
and
that,
6s,
mate.
mate. I don't know what you're talking about. Cheers, buddy. Oh, careful.
Yeah, it's good.
The other side, to be honest, but you know.
That's good.
Right, guys. I think that concludes our first ever podcast.
Nicely done.
Nicely done.
So we plan on doing these as often as we can.
Yeah.
Rory being one of the more staple guys in this. Hopefully, I'm sure
I'll be here,
if
guys.
your schedule permits. And then we just have a bunch of different guys in chatting about whole different stuff. This was quite rebel orientated today, but
yeah. Send in your questions. Get them in the comments. And massive thank you to Entail who hooked us up with this deal. So
big up yourselves,
Legends.
And if you can, if you're listening to this on iTunes or wherever you're listening to this, leave a review, leave a comment, leave a like, a subscription. What other sort of things do you like? I don't. A podcast subscription.
Yeah.
A 5-star rating.
5 star,
Oh,
not 4.
That reminds me of
Only
the old
5.
YouTube. If you were back in the days of old YouTube, you actually used to leave like a star rating on a video.
I
Did
remember.
you know?
Yeah.
Jesse
I
definitely didn't know. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, sorry about that.
So 5 stars only.
Yeah,
That's it.
5-star football club. Right there.
Peace.
Bye, guys.
Top level.
Bye.
Mo Salah.